In the frozen wilderness of Alaska, something exists that the government does not want you to find. A structure so massive and so perfectly formed that satellites cannot explain it. You have heard of the pyramids of Egypt. You have heard of the ones in Mexico and Bosnia. But there is one inside American territory that dwarfs them all, and nobody is allowed near it. The military guards it. The maps erase it. The people who go looking get turned back. Today, EncycloMan takes you inside the most guarded secret in American history. In 1992, a seismic survey team in Alaska detected an enormous anomaly beneath the permafrost. 4 flat, triangular faces, each one perfectly aligned to the 4 cardinal directions. Nature produces mountains. Nature produces ridges and volcanic formations. Nature does not produce 4 perfectly flat, triangular faces aligned to magnetic north. Initial estimates placed the structure at approximately 1,500 feet in height. That is almost 3 times taller than the Great Pyramid of Giza. Satellite imagery shows a shape in that region that does not belong in natural topography. The Alaskan government has not commented. The United States military has not commented. Within days of the seismic report being circulated, access to the region was reclassified. New restricted airspace was quietly declared. Researchers were formally removed from the project. Unmarked military helicopters began regular patrol flights over the coordinates. Local pilots who flew near the zone were immediately contacted and redirected. Standard protocol for restricting a scientific site takes months of bureaucratic process. This restriction was in place within days. That does not happen by accident. No press conference, no official statement, no explanation of any kind. The United States military has maintained total silence on this location for over 30 years. Pull up any official map of Alaska and navigate to the western interior coordinates. At a very specific location, the topographic detail simply stops, blank space where data should be. Alaska has been comprehensively mapped by the USGS for decades. This blank is not an error. It is a deliberate omission, and it sits directly over the pyramid coordinates. Local Alaskan residents call this place the Dark Zone, a name passed between hunters and elders for generations. Nobody goes there, not because of the terrain, because everyone who tries gets turned back. A licensed bush pilot who flew routes through western Alaska for 22 years speaks on record. His compass and instruments failed completely over the same coordinates on 3 separate occasions. A wildlife researcher reached within 8 miles of the pyramid coordinates on foot with her team. 3 military personnel appeared from the tree line without vehicles and escorted them out. An Athabascan elder from a village 60 miles away calls this structure the mountain that arrived. His oral tradition says it was not there, and then it was. His people learned never to approach it. A former Army Corps contractor worked on a classified project near these coordinates in 2004. His team installed a perimeter monitoring system around a site he was never allowed to see. Before the site was fully restricted, one geologist managed to collect surface samples from the base region. 2 separate laboratories returned results indicating stonework with an age estimate exceeding 10,000 years. 10,000 years places this structure at the end of the last ice age, at a time when no civilization advanced enough to build something of this scale was supposed to exist. Cardinal alignment is found in only one category of construction: intentional monumental architecture. Random geological formations do not align to north, south, east, and west. Nothing in nature does. We filed every legitimate permit request available. We contacted every relevant agency.
Every single request was either denied, redirected, or met with complete silence. We drove toward the region from the nearest highway, 14 hours of rough Alaskan road. At a certain point, the road ends. A single sign reads, "No unauthorized access, federal property." On the second night camped at the boundary, lights appeared on the horizon toward the coordinates. Not stars, not aircraft, steady, slow-moving lights at ground level, deep inside the restricted zone. In 2008, a partial document was posted to an anonymous military forum and taken down within hours. It described a subsurface chamber beneath the Alaska coordinates, described as non-naturally formed. The document described a chamber approximately 300 meters across with anomalously warm internal temperatures. The energy source was described only as origin unclassified, meaning even the document itself did not know. We are not telling you this document is verified. We are telling you it exists and has never been refuted. No government agency has ever officially denied the specific claims it contained. They chose silence. The natural formation explanation remains possible. Unusual geological features exist across Alaska. But the cardinal alignment, the military speed, and the deliberate map omission are genuinely difficult to explain. What we know for certain, something at those coordinates is actively restricted by the United States government. What we do not know, whether that restriction hides something extraordinary or something entirely ordinary. Until full independent access is granted, the most accurate answer available is the simplest one. We do not know, and anyone who tells you they do is not being honest with you. That is the complete picture. Every fact, every witness, every silence, every unanswered question. This is exactly what EncycloMan exists to do. Go where the official story stops and keep going. What do you believe is inside the dark zone? Drop your theory in the comments right now. Every single comment gets read. Your theory might bring EncycloMan back to Alaska. I am your host. This is EncycloMan. Stay curious, keep questioning, never stop digging, because the most important stories are always the ones nobody officially wanted to tell.